The influence of strong images and messaging through social media is not lost on governments. Away from the tanks and artillery positions of an invading Russia, there is another battle being waged through social media.
Moscow threw the first digital punch, accused of summoning young Russian influencers and telling them to push a narrative to their followers that Russia was right to invade Ukraine.
They did it in the typical strong-handed method, so that there was a TikTok that went out that they were just saying virtually the same thing over each other.
Branding expert Brian Cross is talking about this mashup compiled by a Ukrainian photographer who noticed the Russian influencers seemingly reading from the exact script following their meeting with Kremlin bosses. Then Ukraine's ally America jumped into the fight.
Obviously, we've seen the power of social media toppling governments. So we know that the tools are powerful.
The U.S. may not be taking arms for Ukraine, but it's clearly comfortable waging an information war. The White House met with 30 leading American social media influencers late last week to talk about the impact of the Russian invasion.
Here in the United States, they were briefed, but they weren't told what to say. And you can see that. Some talked you through the talking points. Some talked about it in a meta kind of way of just like, this is what I was part of. And others questioned.
Why is gas so expensive?
American influencer Ellie Zeiler also told her 10.5 million followers that the crisis is leading to higher U.S. gas prices. So how is this messaging by all of the influencers going over? Well, depends on who you ask. Some conservative voices who blame the White House and not Russia for high gas prices criticize the influencers and their messages.
Thank you all so much for coming and answering your nation's call in a time of need.
Even Saturday Night Live had some fun with the comedic concept of a 71-year-old Joe Biden having a strategy session with young social media stars.
That's actually the best plan I've heard so far.
Funny, yes, but experts say before you think the White House reaching out to influencers is a bungled PR attempt to reach young people, not so fast, since the influencers have a direct line to their more than 100 million followers.
They are not getting their news in other ways. They are not going and listening to the nightly news or even looking at podcasts on CNN or Fox or MSNBC or whatever side you're on. They go to TikTok.
Combined with other platforms like Twitch, total social media viewership is greater than the Super Bowl, according to Wired magazine. So, jokes and conservative media criticism aside, which young social media consumers will likely never see anyway on legacy media, Brooks says the White House strategy to reach out to influencers may prove to be effective.
And so if you can go to an influencer on TikTok or an influencer in Twitch or any of the channels, and you can get them to get your message out and leave it to them to make sure that they're getting it out in an authentic way so that their audiences don't believe that they're getting propaganda thrown at them, then you have a way better chance of getting that message out, talked about, circulated.
Branding consultants also say this war has pulled young people into current events. These young influencers, often accused of posting only whimsical videos about fashion, food, and fun, are now instead talking about life, death, morality, war, and its consequences. Based on the sharing of their posts and engagement, so are their young followers all around the world.